What is a quick and wide perception of India today? Going by the sound bites, we are the world's fastest growing large economy with a solid youth power. Some 400 million millennials, some 1.5 million students enrolling in engineering education alone each year, and making rapid strides in space. That's glossy, potent, and promising. But go under the skin for a fuller understanding of India, and one sees that the pith and fibre of India is religion, as we are seeing now. Right now, we're witnessing the controversies related to the Kanwar Yatra, a pilgrimage in the north of the country, and the directives by a few states that eateries along the pilgrim route should display the names of the owners. I'll come to that in a bit, but first take a look at some of the eminently forgettable milestone incidents in modern Indian history, and we see how religion is deeply entwined into each of them. 1947, British ruled India is partitioned into India and Pakistan on the basis of religion. 1984, the Anti-Sikh riots, when Prime Minister Indira Gandhi is assassinated. I was then a young sub-editor in the Indian Express, and the first copy that I got to sub-edit in my career was about Sikhs stranded in different places making their way home. 1992, Babri Masjid's demolition. 2002, the Gujarat riots. 2023, the Manipur killings. Officially not a religious issue, but an ethnic strife. Whatever, Indians killing other Indians. Interspersed between all these big black spots are numerous smaller incidents of religious strife, like the Kanwar Yatra controversy at the moment. For those who aren't familiar, the Kanwar Yatra features pilgrims who are called Kanwariyas, walking long distances, sometimes a few hundred kilometers, to collect water from the Ganga near Haridwar and carrying it back to their home states. These pilgrims would naturally have refreshments on the way from eateries run by Hindus, Muslims and others. But this year, the Uttar Pradesh and Uttarakhand governments have mandated that the eateries along the pilgrim route must display the names of the owner and staff. Visualize that. The pilgrims must know not just whether the eatery is vegetarian or not, but who runs it. If you wonder why so much fuss about what eateries serve in India, you surely do not know much about India's religious onions, literally. Last week, the cook at a roadside eatery in Uttar Pradesh's Muzaffarnagar district was chased and his colleagues attacked by a group of Kanwariyas from Haryana. What wrong did the cook do? Well, he should have known that most Kanwar Yatris avoid using onions and garlic during pilgrimage time. This cook apparently used onions. Make no mistake, onions are a formidable force in India's religion and politics. In 1998, it was the galloping prices of onions in Delhi that stood between BJP leader Sushma Swaraj and the chief ministership of Delhi. Religion is seen to be the most influential tool for mass mobilization in India and therefore a must-have skill to be in politics. Many Hindus and Jains generally avoid onions and garlic because they believe onions and garlic stimulate aggression and passion, which is contrary to the principles of a sattvic or pure diet. India's farmers must definitely know this because during periods of fasting and some religious festivals and pilgrimage, the demand for onions and garlic reduces. That's how closely onions intersect with India's religion, politics, farming, and social life. Not knowing your religious onions in India can therefore cost you dearly in whatever pursuit you're in. Of course, I'm not forgetting there are other parts of the country where none of these religious restrictions apply in diet. Like Kerala, where beef and bacon, pizza and parota, and the Lebanese hummus and the Arabian alfaham are relished by Hindus, Christians, Muslims and others, garnished with loads of garlic and onion. But in the overall India picture, religion is the prominent ingredient that comes into play at the time of school and college admissions, in reservation for jobs, at marriage time, and sometimes even while renting an apartment. One can understand India's dreams to have a bullet train, to have several smart cities, whatever that may mean, to go up the GDP ladder, and to put a man on the moon. But it would be naive not to see the religious undercurrents of the country and the disagreements on issues from cow slaughter to conversion, from halal to hijab, and interfaith marriages to dietary habits like the use of onions. In the latest incident, some students in a Christian management college in Kerala are on strike, demanding a hall for Muslim students to do namaz. Many feel that in the 21st century, the World Wide Web, the internet, is the new religion and social media its temple. But in India, religion continues to be practiced with all its fierce fervor, and the internet seems to be just the latest battleground for religions. Onions should ideally add flavor to India's incredible range of cuisines, but they can also make India cry, like we now see. Think of it, barring a small percentage of atheists, the prayers of some 1.4 billion Indians should be a source of spiritual strength, provided they don't turn against each other. Before I sign off, amid the narratives of religious intolerance, there are also numerous incidents of religious harmony that underscore the brotherhood of the nation. Like in Nuh, Haryana last week, where local Muslims welcomed the Hindu pilgrims undertaking the Braj Mandal Jalabhishek Yatra. No garlic was to be seen, just Muslims garlanding the Hindu pilgrims.